Factoring a quadratic with a leading coefficient greater than 1, problem type 2. I have our list here, and as you can see, we have some of the steps from our previous topic, and then we have some steps from like 2 topics ago. And so as you can see, it's kind of building on itself. Okay, so ultimately, we're going to be using all of the steps that we have learned up to now in this particular problem. So again, I'm going to point out that this is A, this is B, and this is C. And we need to multiply A times C. So we've got 3 times 30, which gives us 90. Okay, so we multiply. Now we need to find factors. Well, we know 1 times 90 gives us 90. We also know, because we just did it, 3 times 30 is 90. And 5 times 18 is 90. I don't know if there's any more, but let's see if what we've got works. So if we add these together, that gets us 91. We add these together, that gets us 33. And we add these together, that gets us 23. And now we need to figure out what B is, because it needs to be the same as our B. Our B happens to be 23. So 23, that means these are the only factors that'll work. Okay. Now this is where it becomes a little bit different than factoring with a leading coefficient of 1. Is now that we've found these factors, we're actually going to be taking B and we're going to split it. Okay, so I'm going to put my 5x here. It really doesn't matter which one you put where, but I did it this way. And they're both positive. And notice I brought this down, okay, and I'm bringing this down. Oh, 2. Okay, so notice these are the factors that I found over here. Okay, now if you look, now that we've split this, do you see what I'm seeing? We've got 4 terms. And anytime we have 4 terms, we draw our squiggle line. Okay, so let's check some of these off. We've factored, we've split the middle term, we've drawn our squiggle line. Now we need to factor on the left side. So on the left side, we can take a 3x out. So we're dividing by 3x. So 3 divided by 3, that's 1. 2 minus 1 is x. 18 divided by 3 is 6, and these x's cancel. On the right side, we can take a 5 out, which gets us x. Oh, I should probably put the division here, just in case we still need to remember that. Okay, so now we need to divide from both sides. Okay, so we're going to take this x plus 6. Okay, so this cancels this, leaving us 3x. That canceled that, leaving us plus 5. And this is our final answer. And this particular method can be used for all trinomials. Okay, so every single one. Like if we really wanted to do this to the leading coefficient, of 1, we could have done it. Now, it would have been way more work than we needed to do on that particular problem, but this method we could have used on the last topic. Okay, so this topic, if you can get this down, then the next several topics that you have will be a piece of cake.